Be nice, plus artificial real snow in the forecast.
Great timing, of course.
That's right. So, quiet right now. We don't have much happening, but changes are on the way later on this morning and into the early afternoon. 22 degrees. We got winds out of the north. They will be changing out of the northeast later on this afternoon. Where's the snowfall? Well, it's not here. You can tell. Green Bay, everybody in northeast Wisconsin, perfectly fine. Just to the neighboring north, the UP of Michigan, they are seeing some light snowfall. Also parts of northern Minnesota as well. But this is the band of snow we are watching. And just take a look over the last few hours. You see how that band's really been developing over southern Minnesota. That's moving eastward, and that's associated with that low pressure that's moving into our direction. Quiet over northeast Wisconsin, but that will be changing in just a couple of hours. Just to the neighboring north, a few light snow showers up towards Iron Mountain and closer towards Marquette. This band of snow should be holding to the north, but just take a look to our west. At 5:30, we're seeing this band of snow moving eastward. Berlin, Fond du Lac, Sheboygan starting to see that snowfall by around 7:30 this morning. A few pockets of some flurries, maybe some light snow showers farther north along north of Green Bay, but the majority of that steadier snowfall starting to the south. Then we get towards the later part, the mid-morning hours. You see it really starting to encompass all of the viewing area. And then by right around lunchtime, those blues and starting to see those little purples, those are hinting at perhaps some moderate to briefly intense snowfall rates, but we're not talking about 6-7 inches of snowfall out of the system, just about 1 to 3, maybe some 4-inch amounts. However, the only wild card factor as we get into the later afternoon and evening hours, winds are going to be coming in from the northeast. Take a look right along the lakeshore of Lake Michigan. You're going to see these little bands right here. Those are lake effect enhanced bands. And if that really starts to crank up, which is what our high resolution computer model is showing, we could see some higher snowfall totals along Door County and even further southwards towards Keweenaw and Kewaunee. Snowfall amounts holding steady about 1 to 3, 4 inches, but this could change depending on that wild card factor of that snowfall, depending on how Lake Michigan pans everything out. Temperatures right now in the upper teens and lower to mid-20s, pretty comfortable. Not as cold as what we saw yesterday. Winds coming in from the north and northeast. Going to be due east later on this afternoon and evening as those storm systems really get closer towards northeast Wisconsin. Wind chills in the single digits and lower to mid-teens, so it is still chilly. And of course, it's December 21st. Winter solstice is now arriving at 10:28 a.m. and that is when the sun is the farthest part away from Earth. Today, 29 degrees, 1 to 4 inches of accumulation. We're expecting winds out of the northeast 5 to 10 miles per hour. For tonight, 22, not dropping by much, and that snow will be continuing, but starting to taper off the flurries later overnight tonight. Tomorrow, maybe a few isolated flurries or a passing snow shower. Temperatures right around that freezing mark and winds continuing out of the northeast. We start to cool down just a bit as we get towards the weekend. 24 on Saturday, 17 on Sunday, and then the bottom really drops down. Take a look at these high temperatures in the single digits, and Monday's high temperature of only 4 degrees. That will be the coldest Christmas since the year 2000. And if you are looking for a new jacket, it's a great time to hint it to whoever is perhaps going to be giving you a Christmas present, because that is going to be a cold next few days. Good news is, looks like we'll warm up after that 7-day forecast, so it's just another 3 days and then probably back in the teens and 20s.
Well, hopefully on Christmas you get to where you need to go and then just kind of hunker down.
That's right, seriously.
All right, thanks Gino. Still ahead, giving